I'm gonna give folks a minute to get here and see if I can start these other streams. Oh, there we go. Yes. Okay, we are officially live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube, LinkedIn. What is that other one? The gaming one? Let's see. Do. I'm gonna go live on TikTok. I'm just pushing. It's doing the countdown. Hi! I just started the live. How are you? I'm getting it all set up. I'm streaming on multiple platforms again. So we've got Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, uh, a couple of other ones, but I don't remember the name. Tonight I wanted to do tea with Z. Hi everyone, which is something I've actually been wanting to do in person. Um, when I travel around to kind of stop in the states and cities and see you all and have tea and chat. So I figured I would start it tonight. Hi. And we're going to do a virtual tea with Z and talk about relationships since there's a lot of energy right now going on in terms of healing, growing, expanding. And we talked about this a lot on Z School for the Gifted last night, and I figured I would just come on and answer questions. Hi, Shawnee! Happy Friday! I was just thinking about you. Maybe our energies were like calling to each other. Hi, Bella! Hi, Warrior Princess. Peaches, 12. Um, if you're just hopping on, I wanted to do a live chat about love and relationships and manifestation and the energy that is loud and proud right now, considering there's also a lot of clearing. Yay! Considering there's also a lot of clearing going on. So you're welcome to also ask questions whenever you want to. And I really hope that you brought some tea. I did. I filled it a little too high, and my cup is very hot, but I have hibiscus tea. Um, but I chose hibiscus tea because hibiscus is really, really healing for the heart space. It's really healing for your skin. It's really healing for your, lower chakras. It's just a great plant to have around you at at all times. And it just has that really deep love frequency. And a few things that have come up. Well, first, I want to start with by saying before I decided to do this, I kept getting a lot of love songs, which also kind of told me that the collective has been thinking about love quite a bit, especially around what to choose. Should you go towards this relationship? Should you not? Should you take this person back? Should you not? Do you want to have a new story when it comes to love? It's because I was just watching the conversation live when you got on live, which is about dating and relationships. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you should yeah, feel free to drop whatever questions you have, and I will definitely answer them. But I kept hearing that song, Can We Just Talk? And that's why I put it on my post. That came through a bunch of like Justin Bieber songs about like holding on and like there were a couple of Justin Timberlake songs, and then there was one like felt like very masculine sounding around I like push people away but I don't mean to. And then there's like the more feminine energy side, which doesn't necessarily. Hi, thanks, Carolina. Um, which doesn't necessarily mean that you're femme, but on the feminine side, it was like, I'm scared, I'm hurt, like I've been through all these things in my life. Uh, and so I was like, okay, I guess I'll definitely get online. Thanks. I didn't really do too much. I just brought my bangs back. I was pinning them back for a while, but I figured, like, what was the point of getting them if I'm not gonna use them? So, how are you all feeling, folks with love energy right now? Like, are you feeling supported in your love life? Are you feeling like you're trying to manifest love and it's not coming through? Like, how are you really feeling? And also, I wanted to add because so much love to you, C. Um, I also wanted to add that if anybody hasn't read it yet, I have a blog on Substack called Adventures of a Single Chugileño, and I take all of my funny moments with love and reflections, and I like kind of make it into a comedic blog for folks to read. So if you ever want like short reads that are kind of funny about love, but also kind of inspiring to get you out there doing fun things again in the dating world, I would highly check it out. Hi everyone. Just a reminder, so we're talking about love and relationships, and I'm streaming live on like 6 platforms right now. So if like I'm slow to respond to you, it's because I'm trying to read all the different places. You do have a question, cool. How do you wait? I should put my glasses on. How do you date when you are an empath? Well, a healthier empath. I love that question. I was just talking to my friend Rachel about this because being an empath and dating is redonkulously hard. And it's even harder if you're a seer because you can see the future. You basically know what happens, and so you still have to do the in between, and you have to try to not sabotage it. The biggest thing I would say is knowing that, yeah, knowing that you are constantly co-creating with the universe. So even if you're an empath, understanding that your emotions are going to dictate how your love life shows up. So instead of, being hesitant about dating, which, I've had a track record for that, and I consciously like put myself out there, um, and just like accept the part that like the journey of love is that sometimes you're going to get hurt. Use em your like empathy to be able to be an advantage for you. I'm losing my words. I'm trying to say a million things at once. Use it to your advantage. But I would also say make sure you're doing your healing because the one thing I notice with empaths is that empaths, which I've been down that path literally, is you end up staying in relationships too long, especially toxic ones, or ones that are imbalanced, whether it's from you or for them or from both of you, because you kind of feel a lot of these emotions for them, but you haven't quite figured out how to have boundaries within being an empath. Like, that's super important. Um, so I would write down, especially for you, I would write down, because I know you you're an empath, write down the relationships that you've had in the past and see if there's any trends that went on. Most of the time with empaths, again, it's staying in relationships too long or like refusing to, hi Natalie, I love you too. Refusing to see the truth of a situation. Hi Z. Hey, hey. Refusing to see the truth, and also empaths tend to not take full responsibility for their emotions and the environment that they're in. So sometimes an imbalanced empath will end up blaming everybody else around them and have like a really deep learned helplessness about them because they're like, oh, I can feel them and I know what they're thinking and all these things, and they just start like spiritually bypassing and like deflecting um responsibility when really they also need to sit down and do their healing. Hi, Justin. I'm streaming from all over. So if you see me looking around, that's why. Um, that was a few different things, but yeah, like check in with yourself. And things that I had to heal was that accountability around my emotions. And if I wanted to be in a better relationship, I had to better myself. And I couldn't use being an empath as an excuse. And I still think about that sometimes, right? As you also become like a seer and you evolve your gifts, you still need to stay rooted in your earthly space, but use your gifts to help you feel out situations, but also make sure you have the tangible side of asking questions to the other person in your relationship instead of using your empathic skills to just kind of feel your way into the situation and not be communicating anything that's needed to be communicated. Um, I would also decide as an empath what kind of environment you love to be in, because some empaths like to be with other empaths, and some empaths don't like to be with other empaths. Like, I'm the type of person that yeah, I do need someone spiritual, but I need someone severely rooted in the 3D because I'm so empathic and I'm a seer and all these things that if they're just like me, we're gonna float off into a rocket ship someplace else. So do your healing work and remember that you can feel empowered within the relationship and also make really good decisions for yourself and not let your emotions kind of run wild. Um, I see bangs and new color. It's faded color, but it's kind of cool, right? It's like cinnamon. Maybe the lipstick and hair color bringing out the beauty of your skin tone, looking amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've also been sunbathing a lot to keep my sanity. Same, if they aren't grounded, yeah, it won't work out. It won't work out. Yeah. Um, Being spiritual, like you have to know like what is gonna work well for you. I have my volume up, but love seeing you in action, making moves. Thanks, Justin. You're so sweet. We need to catch up. Hope you're well. I always see your cool posts on Facebook. Um, yeah, I'm glad that you like that. What are you drinking? I'm drinking hibiscus tea. Do you have tea? Did anybody bring tea to Tea with Z? Shawnee, was that helpful? I feel like I was jumping all over the place. You knew it. Z, you know everything. You're Fae folk. We're basically the same human. Hibiscus is so good. It's great for inflammation, great for your skin, great for your hair, great for spirituality. I always make hibiscus tea for my ancestors. Um, but hopefully that worked. Natalie, you have tea? What kind of tea? Do tell. Do tell. Um, But yeah, being spiritual and being in a relationship is quite challenging. That was always something that was really hard. I tried dating someone who was very spiritual, very empathic. They were actually female, and it didn't go well. I mean, it was an amazing journey, but like when it came down to it, it was like, oh, we're kind of like the same person, in some ways. And like one of us has to be on the earth. And since I'm the one to kind of like rein people in and like my fiery masculine energy comes out way too quickly. So I took the reins and then like just like went crash and burn because someone has to either be like more in their feminine energy and then the other one in their masculine energy. And I just was like, nope, this ship is sinking. I have to like turn into the provider. Yes, very helpful. I'm still learning. I do think I'll need someone grounded. I have been in nothing but toxic relationships in the past. Yeah. Do you notice a trend with the relationships that you've been in? It's sleepy time blend. Natalie, I love that. You would be drinking that. I miss you living in like SoCal. I was thinking about you the other day. and staying at your house and having all those fun nights. Fun nights journaling. Um, Definitely understandable. What about you, Z? I'm always more in masculine energy. Do you like being in masculine energy? Hey, Ancient Eyes, long time. How are you? I've been dating someone who's super grounded and supportive, and it's amazing to get to be in his energy, but also so hard. Is it hard because it's healthy? Or are you being inappropriate? Just kidding. I miss living near you too. Aw. I know, I thought someone sent me a picture today of a house with like surfboards all over it, and I was like, oh, I wonder how Natalie's doing. I wonder how surfing was in Portugal. I don't think we ever talked about that. Maybe we did. I have memory of a P lately, so. You're so nice. Thanks for calling me beautiful. Yes, because I'm great at leading things. Well, being great at leading doesn't mean you actually have to be in your masculine energy. Like, do you enjoy being in that energy? You can still lead and be in your feminine energy. Like, in relationship dynamics, do you prefer someone else to take the lead or do you like to take the lead? It's hard to surrender, and yet, because it's healthy and tired. You're funny. Yeah, right? You tend to get so comfortable with chaos that when something's normal, you're like, I'm just gonna fuck it up. I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit, a little shake and bake. Surfing in Portugal was amazing. Yes, let's catch up soon, definitely. What is your favorite part of your relationship right now, Natalie? Um, Both of them? Both of them or both of them? Both of them? Is that what you're saying? I like to lead and when they can as well if I can't. Ah, interesting. I didn't see that coming, Z. I did not see that coming because of your frolic in the forest fairy vibes. I would have thought, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what I thought. That's what I assumed. That's why assuming makes an ass of you and me. We just ask questions in this place. Yes, I love those crying faces. Benita, hi! You look fire. Let's call some firefighters. I knew this was gonna happen. I was in the coffee shop the other day and I couldn't drive down the street because there were so many firefighters. And then I eventually found a spot and then had to walk through the firefighters and then went into the coffee shop. The firefighters left, but then the firefighters came back and I was just standing in line with a bunch of firefighters. There were firefighters everywhere. Everyone's so happy to see you. Hi! Hey! Idiala! Oh, my favorite part is that I'm able to be in my feminine and allow myself to be taken care of. That part, sis, it's so nice. I've never been able to trust it before. I'm so happy for you, Natalie. That's so exciting. None of you know Natalie, but she's a really good friend of mine, and sis has been through it, and I am just so happy. You completely deserve that. You deserve to be taken care of. Yeah, you have to get used to receiving. Get used to it, sis. Get used to it. Oh, I can't wait to hear all the stories. I'm like, can you just like 411? Benita, Idiala, other folks, where are you at in your relationships? What did you say, Z? You love the sunflowers? Thank you. I got them for Oshun, but I also love sunflowers. But I have a sunflower tattoo. Well, it's a part of my tattoo. You can kind of see it up here. I love them. I just got them, and people like pick out flowers in the wrong stage, but I garden a lot, and I was also my friend's mom was a florist, and I was like obsessed with flowers. So I know when to like pick them and when to buy them and all the things. So they just started opening up, and they look amazing. I love all and every. You love all things. I like, hey, you have a sunflower. Hi, is it Zawadi? Before you all came on, we were talking about trying to date as an empath. How are you all doing in your dating life? And I was also sharing Adventures of a Single Chuggy which is my like comedic blog on Substack. Um, I also wanted to hop on because I, in the past, have gone through a divorce as well, and so I'm trying to be as available to people who are healing right now because a lot of soulmates and twins are going to be coming into union, and Spirit wants to make sure that folks are receiving the support, like as much support as they can. And I was saying earlier that I was hearing a bunch of love songs. Oh, yay, I pronounced it right. Awesome. Um, so yeah, feel free to ask your questions, or if you're curious about anything, love, spirituality, um, whatever you want. Single, ready to mingle, one who can buy me vegan Pringles. Who I can jingle jingle. Benita, I'm so happy we met. I'm so happy we met, and I'm so excited I get to see you this weekend. I was thinking about you. I was like, oh, I don't know which way this is gonna go. I feel like with Benita, it's either gonna be like we're gonna chill and do the like relaxing thing, or we're gonna accidentally let our hair down. Like I don't I feel like it can go either way. Um, Sawadi, that's so pretty. Where is everybody located? I'm always curious. And are any of you married or are most of you single? Obviously, Natalie's living her best life with her new partner being provided for. I want to cry. I'll cry afterwards. I usually cry after. Oof, my phone is dying. Love you. Bye, Natalie. Go to sleep, drink your tea, journal. Tell Kundi I said hello. Kundi? Kundi's her dog. Vegan Pringles. Y'all are funny. I haven't had a Pringle in forever. Hearts, hearts, hearts. I love hearts. I used to eat Pringles all the time. But I'm gonna tell you, it's not great. It's not great for your stomach. But we know Benita's single. Who else is single? Anybody else in here single? YouTube. How many of you are single? Shani, I know. Benita, I know. I don't know about anybody else. I'm gonna take a sip of tea. Mm, Z. That Z and this Z. Um, and Amy, is it Amy Spickard? 177? You're single? Huh? They're singles. You're on the wrong platforms. Um, I was single for 5+ years after divorce. I recently met someone through my good friend's boyfriend. Decided to open up for my Earth Strong. We were speaking and seeking each other from, oh, cool, March 23rd. That's not even that long ago. I'm trying to see the best way to navigate the relationship with this um girl I've been talking to who also is named Alicia and a Sagittarius. Shut up. Shut up, Ediala. I really feel her emotions and it's overwhelming. You. Well, you're all up in the spiritual space. Um, the Z look hot. Wait, what? What is happening? Uh, uh, Zawadi, I love that. I hope it's going amazing for you. Idiala. Um, your energy flows so well. So, question for you, just like I've asked the other Z, who also said I've been single for 4 years now, I think. Why do you think you've been single? Z, I want to know. But Idiala, um, would you consider yourself like kind of in between masculine energy and feminine energy, or like do you tend to sway to one or the other? I'm just curious. And it's hilarious that their name is Alicia and they're Sagittarius. For anybody who doesn't know, Alicia Eisler is my English name. I'm a Sagittarius. That's why I'm laughing so hard. And I feel her emotions and it's overwhelming. I have a lot of emotions too. It's overwhelming to me. So I lock myself away in a tower. Um, does Z look? On Mother's Day, we were good. Then he recently just went MIA. MIA. Weird. What was happening before that? What was happening before that? And by MIA, do you mean they just stopped messaging? Oh, your feelings are so hurt. Z got it going on. Benita for sure. What are you talking about me without talking to me? I thought it was going to be. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell me what was going on like conversation wise, and I'll see if I can help you. Um, what Z they talking about? They're talking about me, Z. There's like three Z's. Three Z's. Um, you're Z, I'm Z, and then there's the Wadi. But they were talking about me, pretty sure, because it's Benita, and Benita's full of jokes. Um, Z from TikTok. I'm gonna use that. Z from TikTok. Why have why do you think you've been single for 4 years? Do you want to continue to be single? Okay, so you lean more towards feminine. The person, Alicia, considering they're very emotional, you probably need to get someone who's not in the same energy as you. Like I was saying earlier. This is probably why we're getting this so synchronistic. I literally tried that and my energy was exactly like yours. It was a huge like learning curve, spirituality wise, but it was like emotionally draining. I also felt like I couldn't ever really be in my soft energy because they were in their soft energy, so I felt like I had to like protect that. Like it just was like really strange. And then like when things would hit the fan, like both of us were just too sensitive. Like there was like too much, like we were mirroring each other way, way, way too much. We were talking about the host Z, ain't we, Benita? Y'all are funny. To heal my mother wound. I keep attracting the same energy. It's what's annoying me. What kind of energy is Z from TikTok? What kind of energy are you attracting? Ideala, you need to, I'm gonna just cut to the chase. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Um, Maybe you can find, when you say emotional, yeah, just no, just get someone who's a little bit more earthy and grounded because your gifts are only gonna get stronger. So you're an artiste. I already found, yeah, no, 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 no. Um, Avoidant energy. So, Z, thanks for sharing everything and being vulnerable. Yeah, so when we attract or when we go towards or try to attract avoidant energy, it's because it's heavily, heavily ingrained into us, but also depending on the dynamics, like if you grew up in a household where you always had to work for love, this was actually something that used to happen to me during different phases of my life, and I always had to work for love. Uh, Even as an adult, it's kind of like a theme in the family, like having to show up and like not be acknowledged, like oh, like having to predict how people were going to act. um, allowing people to be really cold and like still showing a bunch of love and like normalizing that. So then you take on these attributes of like, okay, in every relationship, then I need to chase love because that's what I'm used to doing. I'm used to having to work for it. And so when healthy love comes around and it's available, it's sus. And then when love is kind of fleeting, then you're like, oh, I know that. I know that. So I'm going to go towards that. So I would start to work on your self-worth and boundaries. Those are going to be the two areas that you're going to need to work on because you have to have a deep understanding of the type of love that you actually deserve, which is receiving love and having to do nothing for it, right? And then having yeah, it makes sense. And then having boundaries, not just with other people, but with yourself. Like, I'm not going to engage with this behavior because it's not healthy. I'm not going to chase this person because I deserve like love that is available to me now. And sometimes also, like when you think about Black Cat, energy in the beginning when you're learning how to not overgive, you can mirror their energy back to them. So if they're not putting in any effort, you don't put in any effort. And that will help you like not only set boundaries with yourself, it'll also like tell them subconsciously that something is a little off because you're not chasing anymore. So try it and just see how it goes. But anxious attachment makes sense, right? Because you're scared that it's going to go away because it has gone away before. And if you don't act a certain way, then you lose all of your love, right? And then you go out into life and then you heal yourself and you end up with like a soul tribe that loves you regardless of who you are and understands if you're gonna go like on an island for 4 months and then come back, they're still gonna love you. Um, do you, Z, feel worthy of love without having to work for it? Let me go over here. So recently, oh, hi, been single for 6 years, not looking anymore, very happily single. It's better. I love that. I love that. So recently I've been questioning myself, what the heck do I want? Can you intuitively tell me what I should be looking for? Benita, I can literally hear you laughing behind that question. No. You know that you have to figure out what it is that you want. And do explain that question. Are you talking about in terms of like in a relationship, the type of relationship, or your soulmate, or your twin, or what? I feel like I need to leave a voice note to explain the situation, but before his disappearance, we bonded well, though I was pretty shocked but excited the night we met. We wore the same color, my favorite color, blue. Yeah, I wish I had more details. You could come to Z School for the Gifted next week if you want to talk about it. We meet every Thursday. And so if you're wanting to manifest love, we can always like take it apart because I mean, I talk to each person individually and we're like clearing out our chakras right now and doing manifestation work. So we started to do that yesterday and we're going to keep journeying forward since there's a fast manifestation portal coming. Yeah, you should definitely come by. Um, like, because I would love to know, like, I want to be able to help you, but I want to know like what your conversations were like in the past. Do you feel like you've been overly available? Like, is this something that has happened before? And sometimes the universe will send us partners so we can learn from them to prepare for our true partners. Okay, it's never happened before. Interesting. Um, And do you feel like as a person, are you someone who's readily available, or do you kind of like move love away, or Z, I'm still waiting to hear from you. Thanks for liking the live. I appreciate it. Z, can you just come to Thursday night next week so we can figure this out? Oh, you asked me? Yeah. Do you feel worthy of love, Z, and not having to work for it? Mind, body, spirit. I always tell people to check in mind, body, spirit. You can't just answer me. And I go, mind, body, spirit has to be the answer. Do you feel it in your mind, body, spirit before you give an answer? It seems like us people with a good heart always attracting people who's unhealed. I think Source allows us how, or teaches us how to put that love and energy into ourselves, also to expose their brokenness to themselves. Yeah, completely. I mean, it's like when you vibrate with the frequency of love, you're always going to attract people who want love or need love. Um, and that's where the boundaries come in. And that's where your manifestations come into of like what you actually want to accept into your life in a partner. If because like that's the view in general, right? For energy. But if that's also a view that you might have with relationships and you think, not saying you said this, but like if some people feel like they always attract folks who are broken, then that's what they attract, right? I know you didn't say that, but um yeah, as a what? I took a long time to give someone a chance. Yeah, so like it's gonna take practice and getting comfortable, um, especially if you've been hurt before. Give it some time. Consider it a practice round. I am the love. My existence proves that, and by all means, I will always love myself first. Yeah, totally. I love that. How are you working on the like not attracting avoidance? I was focusing on me loving myself, healing. Also, I'm such a loving, caring, passionate person, forgiving person. Yeah, it's easy to be hurt as a person who I love that, see. Um, it's easy to be hurt when you are a very vulnerable, healing, open-hearted person. Um, and Z had written on TikTok that they're pouring into themselves, they're focusing on themselves, which is like the best thing that you can do, but to also like not run from love, because it's going to take practice. And the only way you're going to be able to be with your soulmate um, is to be available. And so, you take that situation as like a learning and enjoy it for what it is. I feel like people forget that like you can still date and meet people and have fun just in that just in that situation without giving it so much pressure and enjoying life. Like that's the point. Like I know some folks like to date to be married, which yeah, it depends on where you're at on your journey, but you can also date to have fun and just be a part of life and like meet someone, meet someone, greet their energy. And if it doesn't work out, like, make sure you grieve that, learn from it, and then let it go with gratitude. Indeed. High vibrations. I love that name. Well, that's perfect. Yeah, working on being available. Yeah, you're gonna have to like be available instead of avoidant. And also, saying that you are love is very different than believing you are worthy of love. Just so we're clear. What does that even mean, though? Mm, I was actually nervous about dating, so I didn't. Yeah, dating is so nerve-wracking. That's why I wrote my blog because um, I jump in and out of the dating space just because I've been busy and I wanted people to just kind of see that we're all normal. Like, it's okay to have fun, it's okay to freak out, it's okay to like want to vomit on yourself or like, like I don't know. It's okay to do those things and make fun of yourself and just have fun. Um, I've been single for 26 months now because I'm trying to get it right this time. I love that. I'm really, really picky this time, Z. Good. You should be picky. I'm being really picky too. Do any of you know, are any of you seers? Like, can you see your future? Did I answer the question correctly? No. There is no right or wrong, but you didn't answer the question, which also just made confirm for me that you're avoidant. Love you, Z. I'm getting the itch to go on dating apps again. Oh, EDL, are you gonna do it? Which one? You know what keeps popping up on my phone? Bumble. I hate dating apps. I'm being perfectly honest. I'm more of a, I'm not really open to it. So you aren't wrong. So you could just keep attracting the avoidant ones and then being frustrated about it until you're ready. When you are ready, you will stop magnetizing them into your life, Z. Hey, truth teller, dude. Yeah. Tell me what dating apps. So someone freaking got into my dating app and caused a ruckus. And I actually got banned. And I was like, how are you gonna ban me? I messaged them, I was like, excuse me. Like, how are you gonna ban me when I had it for like a week and a half and did nothing on there except message with like one or two people and then like got rid of my account. Like sneaky people just logging into people's accounts when but I haven't got on there since because I don't like it. Some people do really well on there. I can't. I'm more of a like I magnetize people to me, and so being on an app, it's like talking in like putting my head. What is that thing? Is it Magneto? No, what's his name? Like he puts on the thing, then he sees all the world and all this stuff, and it's really loud. Like that's what it's like when I look at the app, and I'm just like, and so I just would rather be surprised or like sit down somewhere and then someone says, "Hey, great." I literally had a dream last night where I said I'd go on the apps again and literally said, Idealities are all your confirmation. I knew some of you manifested me on here. Literally, Alicia Sagittarius. Come on, Bumble. Wowzers. Banned? Yeah, they banned me. I'm like, I'm sweet as a button. What the heck is this? I was like, I don't even care. But like, what you ban me for? But then they figured out they're like, we're gonna let you back in, and I got back in late, got rid of it. I was like, ha! Me causing trouble. I know. My doppelganger. No one's as cute as me. There is no doppelganger, just me. Yeah, they let me back in. I like because of how my energy works and how I see, I don't understand how apps work sometimes. Like I also have my brain is just very different. Like I love the sciences, like I'm a very complex thinker, and so when stuff is too simple, I don't understand it. Like I need I need someone else to do it. Like I sat there and I was like, do I push this button? Do I like say this? Do I say that? Oh, thank you. I'm looking exceptionally exquisite tonight. I brushed my hair. No, but really, I wasn't trying to cause any trouble. I'm so polite on there. There was one time I wasn't that I wasn't polite. I got like I have a short attention span. Like if someone's really boring, I just like they're like, "Oh, like pleasure to meet you, bunny rabbit." You know, like it's like I don't know what like I'm like do you do magic? Like, I'm like, are you interesting at all? So it's like, and then I didn't know what to say back because I was so like, I didn't know people were like this. Like I didn't. Woo! And then they said, they're like, I don't think we're gonna work. I don't know what it is. I was like, okay, bye. Like I get to that point where my brain just goes, and then my mouth goes, you do you. Yeah, Z on TikTok. When you are ready to change, you will have a different outcome. Stop avoiding love if you want love. Oh, thanks. I don't intentionally try to be funny. This is just how I am. Like I'm like I thought for the longest time that people did those things. Like, and then I realized I was like, oh, people like don't have conversations like this. I'm gonna go because this is just not working out. Except all that happens in my brain, and then I'm like, see ya. I'm just gonna moonwalk out of here. Oh, I'm naturally funny and it's cute. Thank you. Gotta heal first. Yeah, I mean, it depends, right? It depends. You can be in relationships and still be healing. It's actually normal to do that. You just have to find the right partners. Otherwise, like, how long are you gonna heal? You know what I mean? Like if there's people who can get together with the understanding that these are my tendencies, these are your tendencies, can we like meet halfway and like grow together? Like that's also possible. It's also encouraged. You should be growing together. So, yeah, because avoidance also, bing, avoidance will avoid being in relationships and like say they have to heal for a long time and that they're not ready and all these things and then before you know it you're old and gray and you're still avoidant and still not in the relationship. So just so you know, perfectionism is not key. No, very much so, but they don't want to build a relationship. Um, that's an interesting statement. Why do you think that? uh, oh, truth teller, I didn't win. But I just got accepted into another competition I tried to get into before that starts at the end of May and it's actually for Rolling Stone. So it's kind of a really big deal. And when I got accepted in, I almost threw up. So there's that. Um, but we lost like right in the last couple minutes. Or not even lost because technically my music was still getting played by folks at iHeartRadio. So it was a win. But it was like neck and neck. It was like a sports game. It was wild. Hey friend, you look cute. What did I miss? So many things about love. Tell me what's going on with your love life. Your type of humor. Good, I'm glad. Problem is most people want someone fully healed, meanwhile not healed themselves. Um, Imbalanced people, yeah, but if you are healed enough to take accountability and responsibility for who you are as a person and understand impact, like you're solid. If you don't understand accountability, impact, don't have like emotional intelligence or like doesn't like don't understand at a basic level crucial conversations or know how to self advocate, yeah, maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship, but if your partner is willing to grow with you and you are able to like communicate really well, communication is the biggest thing. If you can do that together, I wouldn't advise it. But people do expect the world even though they're not healed, and that's why I feel like if if like healing is a life journey, but if you're not able to be upfront about what you are healing, then that makes it harder to be in a relationship. Oh, sorry to hear that. Um, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It was my first music competition ever, and I made it to the round before the last round. And iHeartRadio had it. I'm chilling. And now we're on to Rolling Stone, which I submitted my other song just for alternative music. Thanks. Guess I need to make time to date. I love my peace. You can have peace within dating if you're both balanced. Yes. Good morning, Z from South Africa. Hello! And thank you for sharing your gifts with us. Permission to ask something a bit off topic regarding music, boldness, throat chakra opening. Go for it. Um, did you apply for that thing in Texas? Yeah, I don't think you were here last time, but Ancient Eyes was. Um, and I applied for it after you emailed it to me and that day that Ancient Eyes talked about it. So yes, I definitely did. Um, I'm definitely ready, but the ones I've been trying to recently are so avoidant. Took it as a sign, child. You need to get to class so I can help you. Z, come to class. Y'all are funny. Wait, none of you, Z School for the Gifted. It's every Thursday. Come hang out. Come hang out. Right, haven't been out socializing much, making progress through my focus. Been on health, business, creative goals, not dating, honestly. I feel that. I was in that space too. Um, I sat with that for a while, and my business always does better when I'm dating. My business, and like, because I'm in the frequency of love, like, and having fun. It's just how I manifest. I'm accepting offers for dates. Hey, as you suggested. Hey. I wish this wasn't covered. They were boring. Wait, I'm not gonna laugh. Okay, they were. Ow, my stomach. Oh, cramp. They were boring though. Legit, couldn't wait to leave. Oh no. You know what that means? Because when I went through that phase of like these people are boring me, I was like, well, why don't you be more authentic and attract people who are more authentic, right? Accountability 101. Uh-uh. It's in my bio, Z. So if you head over to my link tree in my bio and scroll down, it's like a big square and it's me as like a comic book. It says Z School for the Gifted. And we're doing manifestation work too. So you should definitely come. It's every Thursday. The last one we had was so much fun. I even added in some guided meditation. It was like a mini workshop in one. So yeah. Um, Thank you. How was the initial process with creating music? I've seen in a reel you'd said it'd been spontaneous. Yeah. Well, music has always been a part of my life since I was little. Um, I literally have walked around with a microphone. So I've always been entertaining people making music. I would perform for my family a lot. I would write songs and plays and perform them to nobody. I would even perform to my dolls. And then I sang a lot in the church, and then I became a classically trained vocalist. Um, and so when I really started to do it on my own, I just tapped in with spirit. Um, I had the yearning to write a song, and I could hear it. I could hear the whole song, falling into love, but I didn't. I was like, I don't know how to compose that, spirit. Like I don't. Like spirit was like, just keep it simple and write down the lyrics. And so I sat by the water because when I'm by the water, like I can channel better. I sat by the water and I could hear the tune, like, and I could hear sometimes I wonder if, and I just heard it over and over again. And then the lyrics started to just come. And then I started to like break it out. It was a very like me and Spirit collaboration. And then um, Spirit actually led me every step of the way, every step of the way. Right after that, uh, Spirit gave me a vision of an app to use for the basic sound. I downloaded it. I clicked on the one that they said to click on. Like this is literally what happened. And then I sat there and like tweaked it, like changed it to get it to match what I could kind of hear. And then I actually traveled for a while and I built a home studio when I lived in Charlotte. And I was like putting up my the padding and like doing all this stuff that I knew nothing about. I patted it so wrong. It kept coming off the walls. But Spirit was like, just go. And I had a coach at the time. Her name is Jay, and I call her my Sybil sister. And she was like, Z, I see you recording in a recording studio, but not in your home. And she was like, you need to prepare. And I was like, eek. And then I ended up going on this random call that Spirit led me to, which led me to my music coach, which then led me to a call with a music producer in there who then reached out to me on Instagram, asked for me to record in LA. So then I flew to LA, recorded music, and they were like wildly psychic. Like we even had they're Ukrainian. Uh, my English name is Alicia, and their name is Alisheva. And so we were like, hey. But their name is Zaza. And she just knew, like, we're really spiritual. We have similar tattoos. And she just knew what I wanted it to sound like. And there was one time I was going through like an emotional roller coaster and I was deep in like some siren energy, and she sent me this clip back of the song. I was like, "Why does it sound like I'm like underwater?" And she was like, "What's going on with you emotionally? I can't tap into your energy." And I was like, "I'm having a hard time." So it was like, it was it's always been very like intertwined with spirit, like magical and me pouring myself out because the lyrics were actually me talking about like kind of being in love, but it was like a mistaken love. It was like a first time encountering love through my spiritual lens, and it was actually really painful, like super, super painful. That's why I also teach people about their spiritual gifts and like how to use them because there's a lot of heartbreak that can happen along the way. Um, and then the next song I did was like a surprise because I was lightweight sabotaging myself. And so then when I decided, okay, well, I want love, they decided to like bring love to me. And while I went on the date, they also ended up being a music producer so I could produce another song. And they were very like Aries energy, which I need. Like, I need someone to be like, do this. I'm like, okay. And they're like, get in the studio and sing. And I was like, okay. It was totally set up and orchestrated. Felt like a trap. But it was a very, very like magical experience. They didn't work out. We didn't work out whatsoever. Not meant to be. Um, but it was so powerful. Like another like engineer, producer that like we understood each other. And I wrote that song like Dreams of Thunder in maybe like 10 minutes because when I can hear it and I feel it, it just comes out and I can write a song like boom. Like I have like 20 songs in my thing that I'm like trying to piece together. Um, oh, ah! I have to verify on TikTok. Hold on. Um, so I don't know. Sound does something really different to me. Like it doesn't even sound like sound. I don't know how to explain it. Um, it feels like something. And so if it doesn't feel like something, I don't like it because I'm a feeler. And that's how I create things. So I have to be like very enticed by it. I love writing songs, poems. I don't always get the melody right away, but I love it when I do. Yeah, right? Like, and sometimes it's just a collaboration thing or like allowing yourself to be free because I feel like writing the music is different than actually composing the music and asking your guides and your ancestors to help you is amazing. I enjoy beautiful vibes and sharing in each other's good energy. You stayed in Charlotte, Z. Yeah, I was there. I lived in Noda. There's like a little spiritual shop. My friend actually just took a photo and showed it to me. It was the first place I got my book into. So my book's in that store in Noda. I have two friends that are like right on, like across from the juice place, who I have friends in there too, but across the way. Not the top shop, it's the bottom one. Thank you for sharing. Of course, happy to share. Um, wow, great divine alignment. While you went on a date with a producer sounds like part of a story I'm writing. Yeah, it was it was wild. I had so much. It would like the best part about manifesting music and working on music with the universe, um, is that it's made just for you, and you always know because they'll say things that are magical, like not only that, they were fast. I've never seen anybody edit music that fast and make it sound so amazing. And they were like, "You're gonna sing." Like I sang all my songs. Like it's only me stacked them, like harmonizing. I did all that, but they were so fast. And I understand music, and I can write music and literally write notes. And I'm a trained singer, so if you just like tell me what I'm supposed to do, I will do the thing, and I'll usually get it right on the first or second try. Um, and he just was saying like I had written in my notebook, I was like, all I need is like to go record music and I said a glass of Jameson. And and I got there and he was like, "Oh, do you want some Jameson?" And he said all these things and I was like, spur it." And I never drink alcohol, but I just like said it all. It was like my soul was like, "Oh, I need like a glass of Jameson." I didn't even drink. I had like one sip and was like, "Ugh, I don't like alcohol anymore," but really felt authentic. Um, your creative process is dope. Thanks. Ah, yours is similar. Tell me about it. Wait. Are we getting an album? No pressure. That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm really trying to do it. I'm really trying to do it. I don't create in the same, like, I have some friends who make music that create really fast. Like, I can't create really fast unless I have a really good environment. Like, if you just put me into a studio, it's like my brain just like releases and things just start coming out. But I've been working a little too much, so that's the plan. That is the plan. Um, so technically the album is called Aurora. That's what that, not the blue cover, but the first cover, the orange one. It's a whole album. I just have to finish it. Um, your book was awesome, by the way. You overcame so much. Oh my goodness, you read my book! I love it. Thank you. Yeah, if anybody hasn't read my book, it's on Audible and you can get it from a bunch of different stores online. You can go, it's called The Empowered Femme Initiation. You don't have to be a femme to read it, but it's about my generational healing journey and overcoming some big hardships. I didn't go into everything in detail. It was like all I could write during that time. I actually thought about rewriting it and like really going into the nitty-gritty, but I also have like three or four more books from that book that I'm trying to finish. Um, Yay, I'm so glad you listened to it. But yeah, you can go to the empoweredfemmeinitiation.com and you can click on all the buttons. That's my website for it. Oh, you're so sweet. I love freestyling alone. And I talk about my marriage and like divorce and hardship and um, trigger warning. I talk about my assault a little bit in college and relationship dynamics that I had in college and how I kind of took on a lot of that pain. I love freestyling, alone singing poems. That's so fun. I actually wanted to record one. When it flows so fast, I can't even type or write it fast enough. Aw, I love that heart. My creations are the same. Oh, I love that. I be writing at times I wasn't planning to. It flows. Ha, fairies! I love fairies. It's on Audible. Forgot title name again. Um, I have some books I'm updating too. I create my best work when I'm in the middle of what I'm writing about. I sometimes conclude my songs and find my way. I love that. I will write it in the chat. The empowered. Oh, my keyboard's in a different language. It's how I force myself to learn. Eh. And then sometimes my text just don't make sense. So that should work. Uh, it said it was gonna go to all, but it came out as Twitch. I just found your book on Audible. Is it in your nice places? Yeah, I am the voice of my own book. It's in my calming voice. I didn't want anybody else to do my book because it's my story. And I have a nice voice. I recorded it while I was in Charlotte. My friend Tim, who works at Vocal Inc. If any of you make music and are in Charlotte, look for Vocal Inc. and ask for Tim. He has very accessible pricing and he loves helping new artists. And he has a beautiful studio and he's worked with a lot of huge people, like even Cartoon Network and like really cool things. Beautiful, beautiful studio, and he's amazing. He has like a huge, huge heart. His friend actually helped me with the Hidden Fairies soundtrack, and they were awesome. Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina. Right, I remember when you were writing it. Proud of you. Yeah. Wait, Tree Music and TV. Patrina, is that you? I wish I knew people's names. Dope, your voice could put a restless man to sleep. Aw, thank you. I'm from Charlotte. Nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, I lived there for a while. I lived in Noda. The apartment's like right across this, I can't remember the name of the coffee shop. I was like literally right across the street from the coffee shop, and then I was next to the music event center thing in Noda. So every day I would walk across the street and order a cortado and then walk back and play my guitar. in the sun. I would sit in the sunny window and then I would like go walk and see my friend and get green juice and then I would go see my other friend at the spiritual store and then I would go to the cat cafe and, and hang out with cats. And then I would like go downstairs and be like, "Hey." And then on the weekends my friends would be running the market and they were right outside the fire station. I was running into firefighters then. I was always like, "Hey, what's going on?" Then I would drive to town and then go get like a vegan pizza and then come back and then I would go to Lotta Plantation, like really, really far out and go to the water and build altars when nobody was looking. Um, yeah, oh, Patrina. Okay, that's what I thought. Patrina is a homie. She's seen me since before all this. Yeah. When I was writing my book. You knew me before then. When I was just thinking about when I started my journey, I think I wrote in the chat, I was like, I had like a notebook that had, it was like a calendar, and I just fucking like took a marker and I crossed out the whole thing. It was my business calendar. I just like crossed it out and like ripped it and then shut it and threw it in the trash can. I was like, I'm over this crap. And then my whole life changed. Um, from Charlotte. Tim at Vocal Inc. INK. Um, yeah, you know where I'm talking about. Yeah. I love Charlotte. It's so pretty. I love putting um, poems in my books. Uh, good night, Shawnee. Have a good evening. Yay! I can't wait to see you Thursday. Patrina. Yes, I knew you before you wrote your book. Yeah, that's wild. You knew me when, like, I didn't even know myself. Your life changed fast after you wrote your book. Yeah, it changed a lot. Hazy, much love from Baton Rouge. Hi! Oh my goodness, so cool. I've never really stayed in Baton Rouge. Again, if anybody has any love questions or whatever, we kind of went on a tangent here, but I figured that would happen. I did learn fast. Writing my book was probably the most healing thing I have ever done. And I wasn't even I like I feel like I could have been more honest, more raw with people about what actually happened, but I didn't because I wasn't, in the same place that I am now. I think I told that story last time. I wrote it on an iPad that was like crumbling to pieces on the train, like super broke, heading, I don't remember where it was. A friend at the time was a publisher, and I just felt this call to write my book. And I traveled everywhere with that book because Spirit told me to. And that's why I also put it into that store in Noda. And they were one of the first stores I like got it into. And I would travel around and Spirit would tell me what Ubers to call, what places to go, how many to put in my bag, and I would sign them and I would give it to them whenever I met them. And it was always about ancestors or like even when I was in New Orleans, I always had my books, Miami, like New York, Houston. And it wasn't even that long ago that my friend messaged me, it was maybe a couple weeks ago, with a picture of them holding my book in Noda. I was like, that's wild. Because they live in Southern California and they had just moved to Charlotte. You're writing a book, Z? Tell me all about it. What is it gonna be? Yeah, I learned fast, but I like to say I quantum leaped because I like allowed myself to. That's what I always tell people, no matter what you're manifesting, like love or money or career opportunities, like you have to allow yourself. If I didn't tell my story, I wouldn't have been able to move on. That's why like why being an artist is so powerful. because you can alchemize energy so fast. Like now I've changed my schedule where like I don't really turn my phone on until like 9 in the morning, maybe. And then like my first hour or two is just me creating art, painting, writing, dancing around, whatever it is. Whatever it is, that's basically what I'm doing. Um, so that I can like feel whole because I'm also manifesting, and the more I've been doing that, the more poetry that's been coming out too, and some other projects I've been working on, and hopefully that album. I need to write that down. I need to write that down on a piece of paper. Studio time. About the human experience. I love that. From your own lens, or like just from the lens of what other lens you have. How are you all doing with your manifestations? Which, by the way, if none of you have been to Z School for the Gifted, I highly recommend it. It's every Thursday, um, at 6 p.m. Pacific. Last group was amazing. It was so much fun. We did a lot of deep healing. There's a lot of openness because this energy is thick right now. And I'm able to give you advice and channel for you. And then we did a special exercise with meditating and clearing our root chakras, which you know is like a big center for money because there's a big money portal coming. And so the next couple sessions are going to gear everybody up for the fast manifestation in June. And I'm doing the Kick the Shit challenge again, which is a 3-day workshop. So I will be there to assist you into letting go of limiting beliefs and all that sort of goodness. Um, so it's about you and your guides. That's amazing. When are you gonna pre-sale? Let me at it. Should I record a book from that voice? I think so. And to remind everybody, I'm streaming on multiple platforms right now, I think 5 or 6. So if it takes me a minute to respond, it's because I'm reading on another one. Um, when it's ready. Z, aren't you funny? Y'all are funny. I think I'm gonna stay for like another 5, 10 minutes and then I'm gonna head out. It's been really great to talk to you all. This was so much fun. No, you're funny. I can't wait to see you in class so you can stop being avoidant and also stop being avoidant about your butt. I'm just kidding. We'll see. Um, this has been so fun. I'm glad that we did this. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna continue to have more tea with Z, um, so we can all hang out and just chat. 'Cause I love hanging out with you all, and it's so fun. And maybe at some point, I do want to do like an artist creative circle. So I'll probably have a Zoom at some point, and we can like break off, and folks can be creative, and then we can come back together. All sorts of things, vibe out, play some music, paint together, whatever we want to do. Um, what platforms are you on? Are you on dating sites? So I'm streaming right now from Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn. So seven, seven. Dating sites. I was on Hinge, deleted it, I think, or I deleted that. I did something, I turned it off. I am on Bumble. but I like hid my profile um, in one of my blogs on my Substack. The short amount of time I was on there, one of my friends in town screenshotted my photo before it was gone. And I was like, see, this is why I don't go on there. But then we ended up grabbing dinner anyways. Uh, but those are the only dating sites that I'm on. I ventured when my bar was low for friendship. I took some advice from someone and ventured into the dating scene on Facebook. And I was like, how the do you do this? I was like, this is the worst. But it needed to happen because that's where I met that producer. And technically, like 2 weeks before that, my ancestors kept telling me to go out with this older guy who was like way older, way older. And I was like, what's happening? And I went anyways, and they knew a bunch of producers in LA, and I was like, I don't have to like see him again, right? Those are the only ones. It's my first time catching a live from you, but I just recently subscribed. Oh, yay! Welcome! Uh, could I please feature on the album? I love that. Send me an audio clip. Send me an audio clip. Email it to me, bsavage at bougiesavageproductions.com, or you can go to bougiesavageproductions.com and leave a message, and I will listen to it. Thank you for this, Shamsi. Happy to. Do you get to see yeah, it's over Zoom. So I get to see you, talk to you. You get to talk to me. I'm not just sitting there staring at the screen. I look forward to Thursday. Yay! Wow. Yeah, Patrona. I don't like dating sites. Don't want to be limited. To them. I haven't got out enough, but making progress. Facebook dating, I haven't used, signed up, and forgot about it. Meant to remove it. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I don't do well on apps because I don't like messaging people. Like anybody who knows me, if I message you back, like it's because I genuinely love you and care for you. And I'm like forcing myself to do it. Like I'm not someone to answer my phone, and I'm barely someone to text you. Like, you just have to be okay with that. So, anybody's best chance is to have a conversation with me. Like, or like, obviously, you have to email me or message me to like set that up or just show up. Like, I am such an in-person energy that I feel like I crumble away when I'm like messaging someone. Like it feels so inauthentic, and I'm too spiritual for that. I'm like, give me your human self. Like I don't want this. um what's my age? I'm 35 turning 36. Yay, you enjoyed interacting. Me too. This was so fun. I still have a couple minutes, so I'm just gonna finish reading these. They're gonna have to catch me in public. Dating sites make me gag. Well, you know what, Z? You're a whole nother case that we're gonna have to work through, okay? No, I'm just kidding. I don't like them either. I don't like them whatsoever. I don't have any questions about love relationships, but can you tell me what message the Hawks are trying to communicate with me? Um, why don't you ask the Hawks? You know how to read crows and ravens. I love that we share the same initial. Me too. Z. Z and Tribe. I hope you all have an amazing night. Love and what again, Z. That orange makes you glow that much brighter, Queen. Thanks. Good night, beautiful spirit. Good night, Carolina. I like audio messages. I know. You and I would send audio messages. I love audio messages. I love them so much. Like, if someone sends me an audio message, like, that's why, with my one-on-one clients, we have Telegram, and a lot of them are audio messages. And I also have, which I forgot to mention, it's a new service. So if you just want coaching over like Telegram, it's a subscription that you can sign up for. How legit is your name? Just curious. So Bougie Savage is my artist name. Z is short for Ngozi Okechi, which is Swahili. That's my name. It means a gift from God. My US like English legal name is Alicia Eisler. So I mixed my African name with my artist name. So everything is always legit because I can call myself whatever I want, but I get what you're asking. I've seen the crows, ravens all the time. The hawks are different. And I have asked. Keep asking. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of fun to like merge them together. Slash, I also kept seeing visions of it. And so, yeah. But since I was younger, I've always switched my name. And then, you start to realize it in spirituality. Like a lot of times people switch their names because they evolve and grow. And I don't like the name Alicia. It doesn't fit me. I don't like it. And then in high school, there were other Alicias, and then folks started calling me Allie, and I was like, Shh, no. Do I look like an Allie? No. Oh, your name is also Swahili. I love it. See? We're all family here. I can never say my name right, so. Oh, cool. We're all gifts here. Now. Z. Z, you know I love you. It's fitting, I'd say. It's a good name, though. Yeah. I mean, I feel like so my book, you can tell the stages that I was in because my book is Alicia E. Ngozi was my pen name. And then now for all my poetry, it's ZB Savage. But it's interesting how it all worked out because with my articles and all the freelance stuff, they all come up in different places. And it's kind of funny. I'm like, wow, does anybody know my name? It's like, who cares? As long as you can find me, it doesn't matter. My gov name is also God's gracious gift. Aww, that's so pretty. Oh, you love it. You're so fun. God's gracious. We're all gifts from God. Of course, they I love you more. You're so sweet. You're a real one. I'm glad we all found each other. This has been so fun. Okay, one last question before I go. What do you want to talk about next for Tea with Z? Yes, we are. Oh, what do you want to talk about next? I looked up my name, but not much comes up. I don't know why, like, for some reason, when you talk, it makes me like happy and laugh. You just have that energy. Like, I don't know what it is. And it was the same way when we had our like first Zoom call. I don't know what it is. What came up for your name, Z? Natural healing, gut health. Okay, health. My notes said health. I had a feeling. Gut health. I'm all for it. It's actually that's perfect timing. So if you also need support with that, come to Z School for the Gifted because we're working on the sacral and the solar plexus. So I will do a live, but if you want like deeper healing, personalized healing, I would come to Z School for the Gifted. How to interpret signs from the universe. Ma'am! Get back to class. Y'all who have been a few times, you know I'm always going to give you a hard time because I love you all. Like, get into class so we can talk about this. What have you been up to? Tell me! I'm actually writing a book about the universe still. You'll be very excited. God health, universe, Z's writing their own book. Different Z on TikTok. Z on TikTok. What does your name mean? Like, what did you find when you looked it up? Anybody else have anything they want to talk about? All forms of health. Okay. Okay. I was also thinking of bringing back my workshop, My Body, My Choice. It's specifically on menstrual health and like femme empowerment. Anybody, even if you don't have a cycle or bleed or anything like that, or if you don't even have that anatomy, I still suggest you come. It's useful for anybody to go. No data! Oh my gosh, you know how ironic that is because you're literally avoidant, and so it's like you hide yourself. That's so, you have to admit that's kind of funny. Nothing literally comes up. I bet you that if you decided to be available to love, something would pop up with your name. uh, how often do I go live? I don't know. This energy has been kind of thick lately, so I've been inconsistent. I'm gonna try and go live maybe twice a week, twice, maybe more. Spirit's really been wanting me to go live, so I might go live a little bit more. Just not as long as this one. Good topic. I have questions. Perfect. YouTube and TikTok success around the same time. I usually go live at nighttime. I feel like I can reach more people. Sometimes I will in the afternoon. What time works best for all of you? Because you're in different places. So, Z on TikTok. You know that's how the universe works. When you want to be seen, you will be seen. Okay. Bruh, stop. Don't you tell me stop. Okay, awesome. Nights. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably keep it nighttime. I love nighttime. I also kind of like Fridays, but I I need to figure out days. Um, Fridays I'm usually more open. Thursday we have teaching. Wednesday I'm usually busy. Tuesday I might be able to squeak one in. Mondays, Tuesdays. Me too, I don't know why. But I was hoping to get an answer. I thought I'd call you for a reason since I found it before I got the notification. Hawks are like messengers, but they're an upper level kind of communicator. Probably a guide. You are also giving Aries vibes. I think I have a strong, no, I don't. No, I don't remember. I'm a Sagittarius sun, Leo rising, Aquarius moon. I have a stellium. I'm like 54% Earth through my entire chart, so I stay grounded, except for my hair. Just kidding. No, but today I brushed it. Just my opinion. It's funny, there's a lot of Aries like in my life, like people who are Aries, because they're very like, again, like I need someone to like I get frustrated when I go to the gym. Like if I pay for something, I expect you to tell me what's happening because I like don't do like I am such a surrender person now that like I tend to find myself around a lot of Aries, fiery, like earthy, but like Leo-y kind of energy because I want to sit in there and be like, yay, you do it. They legit have been everywhere. I mean, 12 in one day is a bit much. What do you think they mean to you? Great. They only got the meaning for more simple names. I'm a Leo rising too. You're a Leo rising and you're avoidant? I mean, not gonna lie. I had that. I had that. I had that. You're gonna have tower moment after tower moment until you come out of it because it's your rising sign. You need to own it. Aries sun and moon here. Oh Lord. You are in the love department. Slash with your name. So folks just get on my nerves. They get on your nerves because you let them get on your nerves and they are a reflection of you, my friend. Real talk coaching. You are a manifester of your reality. They annoy you because they are you. Fix it. Love you. Um, trust. You already know so much. I feel like it's just a matter of you letting it out. I'm an Aries proud one. Are all of you Aries? That's exactly why I'm focusing on self. You're funny. I'm gonna say that every hour. I'm glad you're focusing on self, but you also, focus on self and like put yourself out there. Aside from, social media, like in the love department, you can do it simultaneously. It also helps to be less avoidant because in order for an avoidant to be able to learn that they're not avoidant, they have to actually do things because you need the tangible evidence to see how far you are actually progressing. Pisces sun, fun. I had a friend who was a Pisces. I thought I was going to drown in their energy, but they were very imbalanced. Like their emotions, they couldn't control their emotions. They had very strong water placements. You're a Libra. Loves it. Justice. I attract Sagittarius people. We're cool. I'm a Sagittarius through and through. Philosophical AF. Traveler. My phrase is, I'll try anything once, but not everything. But I am extremely adventurous. I like since I've been giving away a lot of my stuff, I just gave my adventure box to my sister and she was so excited. She was like, because I had a bunch of my stuff in her storage. And she was like, "What is that big box?" And I was like, "Oh, excuse me. This is my adventure box." She was like, "What the hell is an adventure box?" And I was like, "A box of fun." Like opened it. It was like all these different sleeping bags and ropes and carabiners and like cooktops and dishes and like a bunch of different hatchets. Like all this stuff I would literally, it was like a huge box. Oh, I had like doggy water vests for them and like their little safety kits that they could carry with them. And I had it on one box, so then if I ever wanted to like go on an adventure, I would just toss it in the bag or keep it in the bag. And then if I decided, because I had like more of a outdoor car, if I decided I was just gonna drive straight somewhere, camp somewhere, I'd be ready. Adventure box. Nope, I'm a Leo. Yeah, trust me, if I knew I wouldn't waste your time to ask. Interesting. These Pandora adventure treasure box. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly. Y'all are funny. I love all this astrology energy. Okay, folks, I'm going to get going. This was fun. Z's. Yeah, Z's Pandora Adventure Treasure Box. Yeah, I need a new one. I also worked for outdoor brands for a long time, so outdoorsy. I'm a very outdoorsy person. A lot of people don't think I am because they're like, "Oh, you're like," I'm like, no, yeah, I will go out to that forest and not come back for a while. Um, but I love it, and that's why I love foraging and doing all the things and being in waterfalls. Okay, well, I'll stop bothering you now. I see you're not going to answer. You're solid. Uh, nature is it. Sweet dreams, Z from TikTok. Yay! Thanks for the heart. I'll see you later. I'm gonna close this one. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna head out. See ya, friends. I will talk to you later. I hope to see you all on Thursday. Bye.